The one and only Claressa Shields. Oh, hello. We've got royalty. You made us wait there. You were making me sweat. Hello, Claressa. How are you?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Please have a seat. Do you need any help?
Nah.
Holy smokes, look at this.
I had only
Which belts are these?
These are my heavyweight championships.
Golly. But these aren't on the line, right? On July 26th. It's light heavyweight.
I'm fine. I'm still defending my heavyweight undisputed championship.
Let's do it. Well, why'd you only bring 2?
I got 2 more in my suitcase.
Okay. Hello, Chris. How are you?
I couldn't carry all of them in here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Is it true you show up like with like the belts in a suitcase?
Uh-huh.
That's what you do?
It's out there.
How many belts do you actually have? Do you know?
17.
17.
Well, I have 20 physical, but 17 world titles.
Right.
Yeah.
20 is the amount, but like the actual in your house, 17. What about those other 3?
No, like the 20 I have like physical belts.
Oh.
But I have, on paper, I have 17
Got it.
world championships.
Have you ever done like a photo shoot with all of them?
Yeah, in my red picture.
Okay.
That I got with the red dress on.
Yeah, okay.
I think I had. Nope, I had on my belts except the heavyweight world championship. So I actually have to redo.
Oh, you have to do it
picture.
because of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we were just watching the highlights. Your win against Perkins in the 3rd round. Can we show it again? I actually thought the fight should have been stopped in the 3rd round.
I agree.
Do you know what I'm talking about? What happens
Boom.
here? Like you're clobbering her, right?
And then
clobbering.
Up, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like. It's
somehow the ref got in the way and he pushed her.
Not only that, then he helps her up.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
That was a weird card. That was the other card where the 2 dudes fell out of the ring and then the cameraman got involved. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was the fight before mine, I think, right?
Yes.
The heavyweight.
Look, right here. He doesn't really, like, what? And now he's like, oh, my bad. Like, she's out right here.
It was crazy. I don't think the fight should have been stopped, but...
That's a knockdown, though.
I definitely, yeah, maybe. But it was like, why did he...
Help her up.
Push her anyway?
Did you think he
that was a great shot.
This was 10th round. She was done at this point.
But also, too, looking when he did the count here, she turned her back. He should have waved it off. You know, it should have been 10th round knockout. But hey, I take my wins and just...
Were you shocked that she lasted 10 rounds? Like that, the first thing was in the 3rd round. That was 7 rounds later.
Well, I had a torn labrum.
Really?
In my left arm.
Okay.
So technically, I shouldn't have... I mean, I should have been fighting, but my arm was not anywhere near 100%.
Wow.
I just didn't want to call the fight off because we had did so good with ticket sales. Papoose was walking me out. It was like a lot riding on that fight. It was for the heavyweight undisputed championship, and I don't think those type of opportunities come around a lot for me. So I was like, I need to solidify this history and then move on to the next one.
Did you need surgery?
No.
Okay, just rehab.
A lot of rehab, yeah.
Okay, were you in pain in the fight?
Yeah.
Didn't look like it.
I mean, because I'm just great at what I do.
Yeah.
But it was definitely hard. It was hard to do, and when I got done, I felt it, and I couldn't lift my arm.
Oh, gosh.
For about 2 weeks.
How did it happen?
I was sparring. I was sparring, and I went to throw a hook, and the guy caught me with like a right hand at the same time I was throwing my hook, and it went back and it tore.
You said guy.
I only spar a man when I'm getting ready for fights. Yeah, only.
Golly.
If I spar against a woman, it's because she asks, but I only spar against the men.
And what weight?
He was 178.
Golly.
But I'm also fighting at heavyweight, so I can't be in there sparring with guys who 130, 140.
Sure.
It's like Danielle was strong. I mean, people say, oh, she only had 5 fights and all this stuff, but Danielle still is highly avoided, and that's why she only had 5 fights. Nobody wants to fight Danielle Perkins. I don't even know if I would consider doing it again.
Really?
Seriously, like she was that strong, that big, and I'm just great at what I do, but I had to really bite down to win in the fashion that I won at.
At this point, is it hard for you to find sparring partners? Are there any men out there who's like, I don't want to spar you. You're gonna make me look bad, or
everybody's really respectful of my craft.
Okay,
you know, I kind of let my sparring partners know, like, listen, you don't ever really see me post sparring clips and stuff like that, like, or if I do, I don't chop them up to where it's only showing me beating up my sparring partners. Like,
sure.
I let whole rounds play out, or at least 30 seconds, and you can see us going back and forth. Like, I put up the parts where it's me and my sparring partner going back and forth instead of a part where it's me beating them up. And these guys, every guy I spar with is very, very, very respectful of my skills. They take me very serious, and I be in there swinging hard And if I catch them, they know to take it serious, keep your hands up, be on your defense. And just like I'm helping them get ready, like they're helping me get ready too. So
Is it not true? Like back when you were 15, you were sparring 25-year-olds?
absolutely true.
That's wild.
And
beating them up.
absolutely. But I'm born and raised in Flint, Michigan. So I was boxing at the age of 11. And then I only was sparring against the boys. I think I can count on my hand like how many girls I sparred coming up.
Wow.
Right, about 10 of them total. And that's from a lot of the girls being on the U.S. Olympic team. But other than that, before 17, I really didn't spar a lot of girls.
When you were younger, did they give you a hard time? The guys being like, "Nah, I'm not gonna spar a teenage girl."
Nah,
Really?
no. I was mean. I was rugged. You can come in there and say, "Oh, I'm not." It was one guy. I remember he was the one that was 25. I was 15. He said, "Yeah, man, I don't hit girls or whatever." And my coach was like, "Glove up, you sparring. You sparring Claressa today." And he looked across the ring like, "Man, that's a girl, yo, da da da." And I remember he came out there and he jabbed me and he hit me. He like, "Man, I don't want to do this, da da da." And then he started doing this stuff again. He jabbed me again and hit me. I said, and then he like, "Man, this is a girl. I don't want to do this." And then he went to jab the third time. I slipped and I hit him with the right hand and he flew into the corner and his eyes got real big and I was like, And then I ran up on him and I was probably like Mike Tyson for 4 or 5 rounds on him. And when we got done, he was like, "Yo, great sparring. Like, thank you for that work." He was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm 15. And he started yelling around the gym, screaming like, "I just got my ass whipped by a girl that was 15, bro. This shit is unbelievable, bro. This is crazy. She going to the Olympics, bro. I swear to God." He just was going crazy. He's like, "You 15 for real?" I'm like, "I'm 15.
Do you know where that guy is? Because everything he said came true.
I don't know where he's, but I've been told that I was going to go to the Olympics way before.
Okay, way before that guy?
Andre Durrell, when he first met me, when I was 11 years old, I was sparring against his cousin, Darion. He told me, he said, "If there's ever a girl Olympics, she's going to go."
Wow.
And because we weren't allowed in the Olympics yet.
Sure. 2012 was the first time you came in, 2016, right? No, 2012, 2016.
I came in 2012 and 2016.
Yes, that's a two-time. Not
two-time. That's something that these girls don't got. They can say they got knockouts and they got belts and they undisputed, but ain't nobody got 2 Olympic gold medals but me.
Are you more proud about that than any of these belts? I know it's hard to pick like which accomplishment means the most, but that does separate you.
The Olympic gold medals mean the most to me, especially my first one, because that was the hardest one to win. Winning my second Olympic gold medal, I was so confident and so dominant. I knew I would win already. Like it was, I don't know, it was like destined or ordained. It's like when God tell you that you're going to do something, it's like if you believe it, it's going to happen. If you doubt, you be kind of getting in the way. And God was like, "You're going to win another Olympic gold medal, and then what you do after that is on you. But I'm letting you know, like, it's set up for you to win again." And I was like, "Yeah, right."
What did you like better, London or Rio?
I like Rio better.
Why is that?
I had more freedom. I was 21.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
17, Earl Spence and Marcus Brown, Terrell Gachet, they had to walk around with me everywhere I went, holding my hand. I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. I couldn't go to a restaurant by myself, to the restaurant. I had to, basically, I was everybody's little sister. Jamel Herring, like, everybody just kind of had to take care of me, and I couldn't do anything.
Did you consider coming back for a third? I know the next one was all screwed up because of Tokyo and all that, and then it got delayed. But initially, did you think maybe you'd go for 3?
Absolutely.
Why didn't you?
USA Boxing didn't want to offer me enough money to stay amateur.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I told them that my first pro fight, I said, "Listen, I'm only getting paid $5,000 a month from you guys, but for my pro, and that's $60K for the year." I said, "But I have an offer for my pro debut to fight for $50K." And they were like, "There's no way that anybody offered you $50K for pro debut." I said, "I swear to God."
Wow. They called you a liar, essentially.
Well, women's boxing wasn't making that kind of money.
Sure.
Even world champions. So $50K was unheard of for a woman fighter if you wasn't Layla Ali or Christy Martin. So I'm telling you, they offered me $50K for my pro debut. They was like, "Yeah, right." I'm like, "I'm telling y'all the truth." And I'm like, "Listen, this is the deal that I want." And I told them what I would, that I would stay at the Olympic Training Center and how much money I wanted. And they were like, "Claressa, You're not going to be getting paid $50K for your pro debut, and we're not even going to give you the money that you're asking for. Like, no, I'm like, well, I guess you guys won't win another Olympic gold medal for America till I guess you find another Claressa Shields, because you guys have been struggling forever.
Right.
And so they just was like that they didn't want to do it, and I just signed a contract to turn pro.
Now you can actually be a pro and come back to the Olympics, right? They changed the rules.
I have no idea. If they would allow me to go to the Olympics again, I would do it.
I think they would. I mean, it's up to you ultimately, but I don't think there's a rule in place. Before it was like, if you turn pro, you can't be an amateur, you can't compete, but now they changed that rule.
I haven't heard that yet.
You'd consider it though?
Yeah.
How much time would you have to like put your pro career on hold to really...
For the Olympics?
Yeah.
Probably about a year.
Okay. Is that worth it?
It's the Olympics. Why not?
But you did it twice. Like, you climbed that mountain.
Shit, 3 times you're just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But the money isn't the same, right?
It may be different for me. It might open up more ways to get endorsements and sponsorships. Like, I have a better brand now than what I had back in the day. Maybe that will help. But I mean, I would just want to do it just for the fighting purposes. Like, these are who you guys are considered the best girls in the world now. Well, maybe I should. Let's see if they're better than me.
And that would be in LA. That would be great for you.
Yeah. 2028 in LA.
Yeah.
I would literally cry tears, because didn't Floyd Mayweather fight the Olympics there?
Yes, 1984.
I would love to do that. Honestly, like,
We need to make this happen.
hey, if they offer me the opportunity to fight at 165 for the Olympics, I would be fighting at 165 for the Olympics, representing my country, defending my 2 Olympic gold medals. I would definitely do it if the opportunity presented.
Am I the first one to bring this up? In other words, do I get credit if you go to the Olympics and win gold there? Like, will you shout me out or something?
I could have went to the Olympics 2020. Well, nope, this last
21?
Olympics, I think.
24? In Paris?
Yeah, I could have went and I could have represented Azerbaijan.
Why them?
That's who reached out to me for the opportunity.
Serious?
Yeah.
Whoa, they give you citizenship?
Something like that.
Really?
It was something crazy, and I was looking at it like, what? But it was like, if I would go to the Olympics, I want to represent America. So
Did you consider it?
I considered it, but I also want to represent America.
That would have been nuts. Crazy money? I bet they were offering.
It wasn't crazy, but it wasn't bad either.
Really?
Yeah.
Azerbaijan?
Mm-hmm.
Why them?
They reached out.
I know, but it's so random, no?
It was random to me. I was like, what? When I received the text, but I also too was like, you know what? I want to represent America in the Olympics.
I understand that. Have you ever even been to Azerbaijan?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think you. By the way, this is a complete, but since we're on that path, what did you think of that whole Iman Khalif thing? Did you think that she was treated unfairly, or do you think that...
So she's a she?
What's that?
She's a she?
I think that was proven, right? And she won gold.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, it was Olympic boxing. I was there. I was covering the Olympics in Paris. So it was a gigantic story.
I think that they were wrong on how... I hate when people put out information without all the facts. And so to hear that, and then to see the Russian girl crying, and then she just quit, and then...
I think Italian.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
And it was just more of like, okay, if a woman did get beat by a transgender, which is a man who is now a woman, that would be absolutely wrong, even in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what was put out there. Now, if that wasn't true, it shouldn't have been put out there.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I saw, that's what they put out there, and then they backtracked and said something about XY chromosomes when they was born, and I really don't know what the answer is and what the answer is not, to be honest with you.
I understand. All right, so you're coming back July 26th.
Yes.
Little Caesars.
Yes.
By the way, are you a Pistons fan?
Of course, I'm from Florida.
Oh, well, do you follow them, or you just like you were like?
See, that's the type of person that I am. I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm like loyal to the bone. So
Yeah, no, I
like
appreciate that.
Everything Michigan, I support.
Well, I'm a big Knicks fan because we just beat the Pistons at Little Caesars, so it was great. I was really happy about it.
But I'm actually a Knicks fan too.
Oh, what?
I'm a Knicks fan too.
How could you be both? You can't be both.
What do you mean?
You got to
can't
pick
be
one.
both?
You just said you're loyal to the bone.
My boyfriend is from New York. He's
Okay,
from Brooklyn.
all right. So
I
now you jumped on our bandwagon.
There you go.
Wait, he's from Brooklyn.
People jump on the GOAT bandwagon all the time.
That's true, but he should be a Nets fan if he's from Brooklyn.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, so do you live here now?
I'm here all the time.
Okay, because you're also in Atlanta too.
Yes.
Did people get like, because you were so proud to be repping Flint? That's a big source of pride for you. Did anyone give you crap for leaving?
Nah, no. Everybody been knowing I wanted to move to Atlanta so many years ago.
Why Atlanta?
Black excellence. It got so many black entrepreneurs. It's easy to network, easy to do collabs. Atlanta love me, and I love Atlanta and its food. They got really like nice people and great hospitality.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful city. One of the guys on our team is from Atlanta. Speaks very highly of it.
I love it there.
Would you like to fight there?
I would like to, you know what? So July 26th, I fight up in Detroit. Tickets on Ticketmaster. But now my goal is to sell out Little Caesars, and then I can go fight anywhere in the world. So my main thing is I would love to fight at State Farm in Atlanta. I would love to fight in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. I don't think a woman has ever headlined there, a woman fighter. I would love to be the first. Yeah, I got some big dreams and stuff.
We do a boxing show here as well, and you recently like quote tweeted one of the videos that we tweeted. I think it was last week. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
But I didn't see. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was someone running your account. It was this one. It was Ade talking about how you need big fights. You want big fights.
He always talking bullshit sometimes, man.
What's up with Ade, man? He's talking bullshit about you. I think he likes you. I think he's a huge fan and supporter of yours.
I think he do, but it's like kind of like a.
You think it's backhanded?
Maybe it's, to me sometimes.
I don't think so.
He's like. Make that big again. So
okay, make it big. So
I think at Claressa Shields, pound for pound, is the best female fighter there is.
See, respect.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Right? I don't mean to be disrespectful to her opponent.
Yeah.
But these are not the fights that Claressa wants to be in. One, he spelled Claressa wrong.
No, that was the guy who tweeted for me. That's
you got to get that right.
Yeah, that's right. You're 100%.
Claressa wants to be in. If we're brutally honest, she wants to be in a high level fight. Big name fights.
And then the thing is longer. But you get the point. And then you quote tweeted it, said, man, don't start no shit, man. I already whooped on Marshall because he wants to see that rematch.
I beat her up, though.
Yeah.
Let's
a big
be real.
fight.
She was a knockout artist. 12-0, 10 knockouts. I was 12-0, 2 knockouts. And I kicked their ass.
Yes.
All the girls on MVP, I can beat all of them.
Could we talk about this? This is great. I love. So MVP's doing this July 11th card, right? Madison Square Garden, Netflix, a lot of big names. Amanda, Katie. They also just signed Holly Holm, but she's fighting June 20th.
I'm so happy for her. Holly, I was like, what the heck? It's
Alycia
crazy.
Baumgardner on there, of course. There's literally one massive name from the world of women's boxing who's not a part of it, and it's you. And you mentioned that on the tweet. I'm not going to kiss their ass. Yeah. Why does it have to be kissing their ass? Why can't it just be like, do a deal to get you on the biggest platform? There's no bigger platform than Netflix, right?
They're disrespectful. Tell me how. As an entire brand. One, I hate to say had, because I still have, but I had a lot of respect for Amanda Serrano way before anybody came along, and I've been to her fights. I've supported her. I showed up on my own dime, my own time, and I've given support. When MVP came out the gate, they just came out the gate like, oh, forget Claressa Shields. Amanda Serrano is the real deal GWOAT. She's the real GWOAT. And it was like I shared the title with her. Like, listen, you're the GWOAT of the smaller divisions. I'm the GWOAT of the bigger divisions. And we never, because we're never going to be able to fight. And with her record and her knockouts, I was giving her props. And she's 7 division time champion. How can you not give props to that? And I know that if in women's boxing, it's hard to get your just due, even though I feel like Amanda Serrano is not as skilled as me, but she's still a good fighter. She's great in her own way. But for MVP to come out the gate and just, forget Claressa, the GWOAT, I built the GWOAT brand. And it doesn't come from anything professional. It come from, I got 2 Olympic gold medals. Not 1, but 2. And then I turned pro and I'm undisputed. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. And also how I fight, but it was like they came out the gate just, she not nothing. We about to promote Amanda Serrano and we're gonna call her the GWOAT, and now Claressa Shields' GWOAT will disappear. And I was like, this is crazy because one GWOAT is trademarked. That's mine.
They've actually used that term?
Come on, man. Do you want me? Oh,
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
100% they have.
Okay.
And before I said anything to her, I let them use it a lot. And then I finally was like, you know what? This is like the disrespect right here, because now she's tweeting and saying she's the GOAT, she's the greatest woman of all time. And it was like, I literally built that brand myself. Like, nobody ever even thought. People like, oh, you know, saying GOAT is weird. It just sounds weird. But now everybody want to be a GOAT now. And I just felt like I reached out to Amanda first and said something to her because we were friends. And she kind of blew it off, ha, you know, and I was like, listen, tell your team to stop. Like, I don't want to have to, people know I'm like that I will blast you on social media. They know that I will expose you. So I'm telling her, like, tell her team to stop, you know. And I don't know, just the disrespect from Jake Paul just kept being more and more. And I was like, you know what, all right. So, yeah, they got sent paperwork.
Oh, wow. And have they stopped?
Yeah.
Was it like a cease and desist?
She's the real deal.
Okay. You're the GOAT.
And I'm the GOAT.
When you say that, you know, like she's been disrespectful, do you mean just from that standpoint, or do you mean have they tried to do a deal with you and the offer was disrespectful in your opinion? Did they? Well,
they offered me some money to fight on the July card.
Yep.
I think it was co-main.
Okay.
Against Shadeisha
Green.
Yeah, but their money was not nowhere near what I make.
So did you view that as disrespectful as well?
That's disrespectful. And then also too, how you want to work with somebody and you want to be cool with somebody, but y'all don't even be respectful of who they are. Like, I'm not saying, first of all, some stuff is facts, but then some things are opinions. And it was like, when it like come to how I box, being a woman fighter, all my accomplishments, how I continue to get better, my defense, my offense, I am pound for pound number one. That's just period. If anybody comes close, it's Katie. But still, Katie struggles with fighters who are very, very aggressive. I don't struggle with nobody. You very, very aggressive, you tall, you big, you fast, you slick. I find a way to make you look amateur. That's the art in what I do. It's like a blessing and a curse. So now that I've said that, they don't even respect me as that. They just always try to paint me out to be like I'm jealous or envious of girls who I've had an open arms to, like, hey, let's all be friends. Let's all work together. Let's all unite and make women's boxing be big. They come up with this narrative that I'm jealous of them. I want to be them. They don't even make as much money as me. I want to be them. I'm jealous of them. They're not undefeated. But it's so many reasons why I don't want to be them. And they're saying I want to be them. And it was
Who's saying that?
Alycia said it.
Okay.
Jake Paul said that I'm jealous of Amanda Serrano, which, why? For what?
They're saying that she's going to be the highest paid female athlete come July 11th.
You know how many female athletes it is in the world?
Yes.
I don't want to speak on that. Do you know?
In the world?
It's a lot of female athletes in the world. And the highest paid female athlete that I can think of right now, that comes to my mind, is Serena Williams.
Right.
You're telling me she's going to get paid more than Serena Williams?
I think the point that they're trying to say is for one night.
Let's not trick the fans with that foolery.
Yeah.
Because once again, Serena Williams, from my knowledge, is the highest paid female athlete in history. I don't even know how much she got paid, but when you talk about when she's played for the Wimbledon and all that, she's made a lot of money. Now, I like what the history that they're creating with the women fighters.
Yeah, so what do you think of that? It seems to be like they're going all in, right?
That's good. That's good. I hope it's a genuine thing and that they continue to do that with whoever they sign and they actually make the best fights. But hey, it's all good. Listen, I don't have nothing against them except for what they have against me. I don't know why Nakisa be talking like he know how to fight or something. That dude got all that lip and probably ain't never laced up a pair of gloves. The disrespect from him be outrageous. That man said I weighed 190 pounds standing next to Alycia Baumgardner. And I looked at, like, First of all, what fighter don't fluctuate in between camps? That's one. And then two, he's never done a fight, a camp, a weigh-in, or nothing with me to even talk about how much I weigh. So they continue to be disrespectful, and then when I disrespect them back, everybody like, oh, Claressa, you're wrong. It was like, no, I'm right, and they should be respectful.
Did they invite you to attend?
Oh, my God. Ariel, please stop.
I saw this.
Stop.
What?
Ariel,
What? Tell me.
Do not piss me off on this.
No, I'm not trying to piss you off. I saw the back and forth of the tweets, and I saw she invited you, and then you didn't want to come, or you said, "Have my ticket."
Stop.
What happened? What happened?
She invited me, and I didn't want to come.
No.
She invited me.
Yes.
First of all, I was going to go anyway.
You didn't or did?
I was going to go anyway.
Yes. And I saw you say yes.
Because I've been at all the fights on my own dime, my own time.
Right.
I was there up in Texas. I paid for my own hotel, my own flight, my own fight.
You don't need no handout.
I don't need no handout from them.
I know.
But now that we're talking about when Terrence Crawford come to the GOAT fight, Terrence Crawford got VIP passes and he got a front row ticket seat. That's how you that's how you treat your world champions.
I agree.
Period. Now, being pound for pound number one woman fighter in the world, that's how I should be treated when I reach out to get comp tickets from any of these girl fights that's fighting. I get them from ESPN when I go to Michaela fights. Whoever else is fighting, I can go anywhere in the world and they're going to be happy that I'm there. For Amanda to say, oh, yeah, what did she say? Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm going to have my team reach out, blah, blah, blah. And then for Nakisa to get on the MVP page and say, oh, no, here's the package. You can buy the package. And then
to you?
He tweeted it and then tagged me. And then, like, he's such a girl. Ugh. No, so then he does that after she invites me. So basically he tells her, hey, you're doing too much. You need to go back in your corner and shut up and let me do the talking. And then he's doing the talking, telling me that they're not going to give me any tickets. I can go buy it, VIP packages. Here goes the link, and tag me. And then he does a stupid interview. And he says, oh, yeah, it's a conflict of interest. She's being walked out by this celebrity and that celebrity. And first of all, I can go in. First of all, I ain't got no type of beef with no celebrity to where I can't be in the same building as them. I can go to any boxing event that I want to go to, no matter who or what or why is there. And even if I did have beef, Claressa don't switch her mood or tune or her walk for nobody. So it just was weird that he's trying to do everything in his power to make sure that I don't come to the fight. And that's weird on their behalf. And that shines lights on them and their whole community up at MVP. Like, you guys are blatantly being disrespectful toward me and trying to make it seem like I got, cause one, makes my I got something against the girls on y'all card, because one, I've been to all the girls fights way before y'all came along. But now, let's say if I don't go to the fight, I'm a hater. That's why I ain't go to the fight.
Sure.
But then I do go, and then they gonna, oh yeah, she paid for tickets, blah 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 blah, as if I haven't paid for my own tickets before. It's just a nutty situation. But anyway, July 26th.
Yeah.
Get your tickets to tickets to the greatest woman of all time fighting. I'll be defending my undisputed championship against Lonnie Daniels, who is, to me, a better fighter than Shadesha Green.
The pride of New Zealand.
Yes.
There it is. There's the poster. Salida Promotions. They put out great posters. Are you happy with Dimitri?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. He's a good promoter.
Okay.
Why you ask that?
I mean, we were just talking about promotions, and I just mentioned Dimitri, so the natural follow-up is, do you feel like you're being respected by your current promoter? Do you feel like you're being
I know that
well?
We have worked very, very hard together to get to where we at now.
Yeah.
And he has believed in me since day one. Mm-hmm. And we won, 17 world titles together and undisputed championships. And but after my next fight, I will be a free agent.
After this one or the one after?
July 26th.
Oh, wow. Free agent. Mm-hmm. You could sign with whomever.
Whoever come with the biggest bag and with the best opportunities.
Wow.
And it may be Dimitri. Who knows? Because the offer that they sent for me to fight against Shadesha on the co-main event was ridiculous. I was like, who are they talking to?
In a bad way. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not even.
Is there any chance you just promote yourself?
That's possible. That's possible, but you want to work with guys that's been in the game. You know, I want to do less work as possible. I just want to fight, make the biggest purses, show up, come to the weigh-in, make the weight, fight. I don't want to have to put together a card and look at expenses and do all this stuff. Like, that's the promoter's job.
But you are open to re-signing with him?
Huh?
You are open to re-signing with Dimitri if he gives you a good deal after this fight?
I'll be a free agent. It has to be whoever come with the best deal. Listen. As great as I am, I can't box forever. I have to get the biggest paydays.
Sure.
I want to start me a family. I want to have me some kids. So it's like, I mean, I got millions now, but I need some more.
How much have you thought about how much longer you want to fight for?
You know, one minute I was like, I want to fight till I'm 38. Then the next minute I'm like, I want to fight till I'm 52. I really don't know.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, it's as long as I can still beat these girls up. I mean, I'll just fight till whenever.
There are some female fighters who have said, like, once I have kids, I don't want to go back. And there are others who are like, no, I'll have kids and I'll go back. We've seen both. What do you prefer? Or what have you thought of that?
I don't know what being pregnant is going to do to my body. So, of course, I would like to come back.
Yeah.
But I also, too, know that it won't be easy, especially with my body type. Like my legs are already very big. My butt is big. And I'm probably going to get fat in my face and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to. I'm going to try when I'm thinking about like ahead of time. I want to try to like make sure that when I'm pregnant that I'm working out. I heard that it's easier to come back and lose the weight if you're still working out. But I really have no idea. I've never carried a kid before.
There's a lot of, especially in MMA, a lot of women's fighters who have had kids and come back.
They do it,
and they've returned better.
They've
I
heard about it's like a mom strength or something like that. I've heard about.
Misha Tate, Michelle Watterson, Mackenzie Dern. Like I don't know if it's more common in MMA or just there's more of a spotlight on them in the UFC, but several of them have returned.
I feel like it's more common in UFC because I'm thinking about women boxers who have been pregnant and came back to box.
Not a lot, right?
Who can you think of?
If any of note, yeah, I can't really.
Did Christy Martin have kids?
I don't think in her prime.
Mia St. John?
I mean, I think maybe eventually, but like in their prime,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
And Katie don't have no kids, Amanda don't have no kids, Franchon don't have no kids, I don't have no kids, Michaela don't have no kids.
Right.
Man, there's so many of us that don't got no kids.
Yes.
The boxers, we is not having kids. Nah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's
wow.
like the champion at 135 in the UFC, Juliana Pena, had a kid, came back and became champ. And wasn't champ before that. And there's several examples like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it will be hard to do. Wow.
No, I'm saying maybe he's going to be actually better than you think, is my point. It's just no one's really done it in boxing.
Dang, that's crazy. You said that. That's a lot to think about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Can I ask, there was once a time you and Alycia were like, cool, right? You were Michigan, together, and now it seems like that's not the case. In fact, there was once a time where it seemed like you guys were maybe going to fight each other. Where do things stand now?
She called me out to a fight.
No, I know, but where do things stand now? We don't have to revisit all of it, but is it better now? Is it?
It's.
I don't know what. You pondering?
We had a talk.
Oh.
In Orlando, Florida, at one of the conventions, and Franchon was the mediator. And I won't say what was all said in the meeting, but it was like a kind of like a, hey, my bad for disrespecting you, my bad for disrespecting you. Let's squash the beef. Well, we're
this is good.
And then she signed with MVP, and then they got back to the same shit that she was doing before. The same fake being like, two-faced, acting like she don't know what's going on. She shared something and then said she didn't know that the picture in the back was me, that they edited. There's a whole bunch of bull crap. But honestly, I think some people you just don't mash with, And like I said, I try to take her under my wing too, and give her some information and give her a blueprint to her to make more money in women's boxing and make my fans embrace her because it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? They were only like just embracing me. But she's from, I think, Ohio or something like that. But she was repping Detroit. And so I made sure that my family knew that she had my blessing and them to also, rock with her too. And my family and my friends came to her fight up in Detroit when she fought there. I went to her fight in New York when she fought there. Once again, my own dime, my own time. And I don't know. One day she just wakes up and I don't know.
But she,
calling me out.
That makes no sense, that fight. She fights 126.
I think it's 130.
Okay, 130.
It's still little.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's
gigantic.
still small.
Yes.
But hey, like I said, people always say I'm the one that's jealous and I'm hating on everybody and all that. I didn't call her out. I've never wanted to go to 35, 40. I was pondering on 47 and I was gonna try to make my body go there, but I went down to 154 and I fought there. And after every fight, my body cramped up really, really bad. But I still went down there and I won and I became undisputed. But it wasn't easy to do. So.
What's your ideal weight?
Me?
Yeah.
175 probably.
Oh wow. Okay.
175, but I can fight as low as 160 and 154.
Right.
Because I've done it before. But to go to 147, I will only go there to become 6-time division world champion.
I think we talked about this in the past. Like, unfortunately, there's a fighter named Demetrius Johnson in the UFC. Are you okay? Do you want something? Were you looking for something? Oh, there's a fighter named Demetrius Johnson in the UFC, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, I know Mighty Mouse.
He's one of the greatest fighters of all time, but when he was reigning supreme, he didn't have any good challenges. He was like running out. He was having to fight the same guys over and over, just fight. And I feel like that's part of the problem here. You're so much better than everyone in these weight classes that you don't get the respect that you deserve because
Ariel, I'm better than all of them at any weight class.
Sure, but you can't fight them. You can't fight the 126 or 130 pounders or 35 or 40s.
A fight is a fight. If those girls really wanted to make a fight happen, do you see what Terrence Crawford is doing with Canelo? He's coming up in weight class.
Yeah.
He believes in his skill. He believes in his power. He believes in his accomplishments. Everyone knows that no matter what, if these girls was to come and meet me at a weight class that we can both fight at and be comfortable at, which is way easier to come up than me to go down. But if I can go down to 54 or even ponder on fighting at 47, if these girls would even come to 47 or 54, I will fight any of them.
47, you think? 47?
47 would be very, very hard. Yeah. But I would do it just because.
That might be dangerous to you, no? To your health?
100%.
So why?
I think 54 is dangerous.
54 is dangerous too, and that's 14 pounds above where they're fighting, Taylor and Serrano. So it's still like dangerous for you and way above where they're. Terrence is going from 54 to 68, right? And he was only really 54 in his last fight. He's historically 47.
So that's really 3 weight classes. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just talking about the amount. The amount is so drastic, unfortunately. By the way, I'm giving you props here. I'm just saying, do you ever get frustrated that you don't have the dance partner? Because you know how it is.
Because I beat all the dance partners. Nobody want to talk about how I beat Christina Hammer when I only had 6 fights. Nobody want to talk about when I beat Hannah Gabriels, the girl who knocked me down up in the first round when I only had 7 fights. They don't want to talk about how I beat Savannah Marshall, who everybody was saying was a knockout artist. She's the next best thing. She's the UK's White Hope, all this. Nobody want to talk about that. Why?
I think they give you credit for that.
No, they don't, because you just said, you said about they won't give me credit because I'm fighting against the bigger girls. It's like, look, I'm a bigger girl. I fought the Olympics at 165. And when I went down to 54 to fight against the Cecilia Bráquez and the Jessica McCaskills and to make those fights, those girls would not fight me. I really had no choice but to go up. Mm-hmm. And when I went to 60, those girls would fight me. 68, those girls would fight me. Heavyweight, these big girls will fight me. There is no reason to be at 147 or 154 and break my,
I agree.
Bust my ass to get there. And these girls are not going to fight me. Only 2 girls right now have said that they'll fight me at 54. That's Michaela Mayer and I think Lauren Price. Mm-hmm. And Lauren Price is like, maybe I'll fight her. Maybe. The only one who's been like, if she can make 154 and I'm undisputed at 54, me and her can make a fight. And that has been, I think 47. She said she would come up, Michaela Mayer. But
are you interested in that?
It's a good fight because we're both Olympians.
Yeah.
We went to the Olympics together. But I know that I will smash Michaela too, though.
Are you friends?
Yeah, that's my sister.
Okay.
That's my limit. I'm just being honest with you. Like, it's the same answer for all these girls. I'm gonna smash all of them.
Sure.
All of them. It don't matter.
If you had it your way, all goes well, July 26th. Who's the next one?
So is Shadaysha and Savannah fighting on that card? July.
Did they announce it yet?
I saw a poster or something, but I don't know if it was the date.
Well, they announced that Savannah's signed, and they announced that Chantel is signed, and I think they announced that that's the fight that they want to make. Top of my head, I don't know if they announced that it's officially on the card.
I think.
But let's just assume it is.
I think, yeah. I mean, you can give me the winner out of that.
Okay.
But
would you be interested in doing business with them? You'd have to, right? In some way, shape, or form.
They would do business with my team. All I'm gonna do is show up and fight.
No, I know, but there's press conferences. There's all this stuff.
Yeah, listen. I'm with all the antics and all the bullshit. Y'all want to come to the press conference and Jake want to sit up there. He want to talk trash. Hell, I'll face off with him. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
It don't make me know.
I think this would be great theater, if I'm being honest.
I think that I am very entertaining.
You are, yes.
Just outside the ring. So I think you put, MVP versus Salida Promotions or whoever I'm working with to make those big fights. They're going to back their girls, and of course.
Sure. But like here, they've got Katie. Katie's a matchroom fighter. Like they'll do the deal. It seems like, right?
Yeah, just make the right offer, make the money, and once again, it's some things that got to be talked about too. Like as far as in what content y'all put out there, because you can't let people control your brand of what they put out there on you,
right?
Especially knowing that they think so low of me.
Can I ask? Your name was cleared with the marijuana stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, that gets a lot of attention, but sometimes the clearance doesn't get the same type of attention, right? Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you could say about like how you were wrongfully accused of this? Did it damage you? Did it damage your brand, your reputation? Here's this is the tweet that you had, right? Where you said you were unsuspended officially. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to say about it?
I was very disappointed with that. Just the whole thing. And it was a stressful time.
I bet.
I think it was like a month I was suspended, and it went from, at first it was a rumor that it was a PED before I even knew anything, and I got online and it was like, oh, it's been rumored by what's that dude named Rick, whatever the fuck his name is. He a weirdo.
Oh yes. Do you want me to say his last name or not?
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
But anyways, he was saying that it was a PED, and I was like, man, he don't get up out of here. And then everybody started retweeting that, and then it was kind of catching some steam. And then I got the phone call that something came back in my system, and I was like, what is it? And they were like, even my team didn't know, so they gave me a number to call, because I guess like the HIPAA law or whatever. So I called, and I had my phone on speaker, and I had my nutritionist right there, because I'm like, what is it? I wanted them to be able to listen in. And then when I called, and I was like, hey, this is Claressa Shields. Here goes my number. What is the substance that you guys found, right? And they're like, oh, it was marijuana. I bust out laughing. I'm sorry. I'm like, what'd you say? And they were like, marijuana. So I bust out laughing. My nutritionist bust out laughing. We just were laughing probably for like 3 minutes. I couldn't stop. And I was like, I'm like, all right, now, like, for real, like, what was it? And then it was like, Claressa, it was marijuana. I said, y'all crazy as hell. I thought it was crazy, but I was actually like, all right, cool. Marijuana is legal in Michigan, and I know that I don't smoke at all, and I've never ate marijuana. I don't use creams and stuff like that. So I was like, how the heck did this happen? And the next day I went and took a urine test, because it goes back 30 days. And the urine test came back negative for marijuana. So it was like, how do we test positive with the mouth swab, but we test negative with the urine test, which is a more accurate test. So
what do you think it was?
I mean, they said it was just a faulty test.
Wow.
And that's all I can.
But that's damaging, no?
No, it was very damaging. It was everywhere that I smoke weed, and and like I said, where I'm trying to go in my career is be on a level of like a Serena Williams or Beyonce. It's like I can't have those things attached to my name. And I think I've been pretty clean so far. Like, I may get into my arguments here and there, but I've never been to jail, no domestic violence, no driving drunk, you can't find a mugshot of me. You know what I'm saying? I stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I don't know. It was disappointing, and I had to keep fighting myself to not get depressed, to not get sad about it. But I was frustrated every day. But it was this it was a picture. Somebody they made a AI picture of me sitting there smoking a blunt, and I just laughed every time I looked at it. I was like, "This is ridiculous, man. These people crazy." And I just remember, I think like even though like that was like they were trolling me, it was funny. Like that was, but to see that people had just been waiting on something bad to happen to me, that was kind of like
crazy.
that was the part to me that was like, that's y'all wrong for that, because y'all mad because can't none of y'all favorite fighters beat me in boxing. And so now y'all celebrating me being falsely accused of smoking marijuana. And it was everywhere. Like people who don't even share my victories or share my history was sharing stuff about this marijuana case. And I had talked to the Michigan Commission, and me and my team did want to follow up with paperwork and, sue for defamation and all this stuff. But I more of just said, you know what, I want to work hand in hand with the Michigan Commission to have them take the right steps first and foremost. I don't think anybody who gets caught with PEDs, marijuana, or whatever should be put out there publicly until they go to trial and they have a chance to defend themselves. Then when you come back guilty, then you can let the world know, hey, I tested positive for this. I went to trial. These are my facts. This is how I tried to defend myself. I came back guilty. I had PEDs in my system. I'm sorry. Well, whatever. This is my punishment. But to just put those type of things out there without giving me a fair chance to even prove my innocence, and just having it out there like, yeah, she tested positive for marijuana. She smokes weed, and then said I'm a danger to the sport of boxing and all this stuff. I was truly disgusted, and I feel like it was people behind the scenes who had a lot to do with that too, because that was never even supposed to get leaked either.
Who do you think did it?
Never know. Maybe it's some people who think that they just so most valuable.
Okay. Why do you think they did it?
Who is they? I said people who think they're so most valuable.
the play on words made me think. Okay, can we end on this? MMA. Are we ever going to go back?
Oh, no. MMA is done, sweetheart.
We're done?
Yeah.
That's it?
It
2-1.
was fun.
Winning record.
It was fun.
Why done?
It's just I don't have enough time to train for it.
Yeah.
It takes 6 months, 8 months to just get ready to defend takedowns. And even though I got a lot better.
You did.
I got a lot better. I put in time.
I give you credit for even doing it, to be honest.
I'm looking at my arm broken twice.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it was fun, and I enjoyed every fight. I did. But I was talking to one, my family never wanted me to do it.
Okay.
So I did it because I wanted to prove a point. I proved that point to me 3 times, but you can say twice because I won twice. But I proved that point, and I was offered one more fight with the PFL. And it would have been against a girl who was like, probably on my level.
It wasn't Savannah, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. But it was just like I got my new relationship, and he can't even handle me boxing. Like,
oh no.
He's like going crazy when I'm fighting, even though I'm dominating. So we had a talk, and he was like, I cannot handle MMA. He was like, if you don't do anything else for me, could you please just not do that anymore?
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
You must really be in love.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? All right.
And also too, like I said, it just takes a lot of time to train for MMA. That time that I don't have. I did have aspirations of being like PFL MMA world champion, and having a fight with Kayla Harrison one day, or
oh wow,
or Pacheco, Larissa Pacheco. Yeah. Like I did have those dreams, and I did have those aspirations, but it's just not enough time. I'm great already in boxing, and to be great like that in MMA, I would have to train at least 3-4 years consistently.
You were like Michael Jordan going to baseball.
Yeah, listen, I did really good in MMA. It was fun. But it was too hard. Like, I see that Cris Cyborg is fighting against bums in MMA.
Yeah, she's trying to pick a fight with you too.
She's fighting bums up in boxing, and she's yelling out, "Oh, I got more knockouts than Claressa." Yeah, fighting against bums. but she'll never be able to get inside the ring with the world champion and beat them.
She seems to want to fight you.
She seems to be on drugs.
Okay. Are you interested?
I fucked her up in sparring. You know that, right?
When was that?
2019, 2018. And I did it getting jet lag off a plane. I flew from Michigan. I had just had a fight, an 8-round fight against Cindy LeBlanc. I had fought for the WBC silver belt. I had just got that. I put a hurt on her for 8 rounds. And then I flew to LA, sparred against Cris Cyborg. We were supposed to go 6 rounds. I only kicked her ass for 4, and she was about to cry, so we didn't do the last 2.
Oh.
And that's the real deal. And we never sparred or trained together again after that. Cris Cyborg was saying, oh, if you come to MMA, I'm going to help you train. I'm going to help you this. She was jealous. She was envious, and she was plotting from then. But she's really upset that she couldn't beat me in the fight.
Golly.
Yeah, she couldn't beat, and I didn't even have a
Now
mouthpiece.
she's asking for a fight. Do you think it's legit?
Cris Cyborg can shut up.
Okay.
I really punched her in the mouth. You know I ran down on her in person too, right?
No, I don't know.
Man, come on, man.
Where was this?
I ran down on her at the it was Radio Row up in Vegas. She talking all this crap, like all these girls do, online. And then when they see me, they all want to be, oh, hey, Claressa, can I get a picture? Hey, no, get the hell out of my face. I'm tired of y'all being fake, bro. I'm sick of it. And so I ran down on her. She like, Claressa, why do you want to fight me for? I don't have enough experience to fight you. I said, so why are you online talking shit then? She's like, maybe we can fight at 47 when I get some more experience. And I'm like, just a punk. She's a punk. That's what she is. All these girls who talk trash online, and then they see you face to face, and then they don't know what to say. Punks.
They switch up.
Switch up, because that's the thing. I don't like that I'm about that action. I be trying to be chill.
Yeah.
I be trying to be cute. I got my makeup on, got my little earrings on. I came here really, really calm. These girls continue to do stuff and try to pick with me and think that, one, you're not going to bully me, because if you think you're going to bully me online, when I see you in person, I'm going to bully you. Like, I'm going to pick a fight with you. I'm going to try to fight you. Like, why do you mess with me? You might as well just leave me alone.
Well, here on this program, we respect you greatly. My guy in the back, every time we go to him, there's a Claressa Shields signed glove behind him. Do you know this? You don't even know. Look, right here. He has that's you. You signed that glove.
I know I signed. That's my signature.
Yes. So that's the respect that we have for you here.
Well, I
He's like your number
that.
one fan, that guy. He's always, anytime I bring up Katie or anyone, he says, Claressa, quote, all combat. So I just want to let you know. We're on your side here. We don't want that smoke.
No, this is the thing. I wish everybody well, and honestly, I don't care who's with or against me, because I'm with myself.
I get it.
And I appreciate you guys who give me my support and give me my respect. If you don't, so what? It's not gonna stop me from winning belts, making millions, making the best fights that I can make. It's not gonna stop anything. But I know that I am what I am, and hopefully, when boxing is done with this circus we have going on, we can get back to making boxing great again. But this is a circus. I mean, Jake Paul finna fight against Julio Cesar Chavez. It's crazy.
Well, keep doing your thing. That's a whole other can of worms. Keep doing your thing. God bless. July 26th.
July 26th in Detroit.
Zone.
Get your tickets.
Little
live
Caesars.
On the Zone. 19,000 people. And I'm being walked up by Rick Ross, the boss.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Holy crap, that's legit. Mm-hmm. Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I'm a boss. I can't wait.
That's incredible. Well, good for you. There's the poster. Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. Good luck to you. And anytime you're in town, this is now your second home, please come in and we'll be watching. We'll take a quick break, say goodbye to Claressa. We'll be back. Actually, you know who's our next guest?
No.
Jake Paul.
Oh, ooh.
No, maybe he's listening. I don't know.
Ooh. Good luck on this interview.
There she is, Claressa Shields. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.